Hey everyone, imagine stepping back in time about 66 million years, right before a massive asteroid changed everything. Today, we're taking a journey to the late Cretaceous period, when our planet looked completely different, and the last non-avian dinosaurs still roamed the Earth. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know where dinosaurs were hiding, what kind of bizarre creatures shared their world, and why this ancient Earth was nothing like what we know today. Let's start with the big picture. Back then, Australia and Antarctica were still connected while the Americas were split apart. The planet was in one of its hottest periods, called the Cretaceous thermal maximum, and sea levels were over 250 meters higher than today. India wasn't part of Asia yet. It was a big island in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Here, the first open grasslands were forming, like the ones in Lametta. Huge plant-eating titanosaurs wandered these plains, like Isis auris and the mighty Titanosaurus, while fearsome predators called abelisaurs, such as Rajasaurus, hunted them. And if you thought dinosaurs were the only giants, think again. There was a massive snake named Sana J, a nest raider that likely fed on sauropod eggs and even hatchlings. Estimates put it at over 3.5 meters long. West of India was Africa. Much of Western Africa was swampy, saltwater wetlands that would eventually become the rich coal deposits we mine today in places like Nigeria. Some areas were submerged under shallow seas, home to massive predators like Goronyosaurus, a 7-meter-long mosasaur. With tiny eyes and a snout full of sensory pits, it hunted in the murky waters of what we now call West Africa. Meanwhile, Madagascar was a semi-arid island with a fascinating mix of creatures. The top predator there was Majungasaurus, a giant cannibalistic abelisaur. Titanosaurs like Repetosaurus grazed the land. A fish-eating theropod called Masiakasaurus prowled the rivers, and Rahonovis, a bird-like dromaeosaur, flitted through the forests. The largest frog ever, Beelzebufo, hopped around, and massive snakes like Madstoya patrolled the island for eggs and small prey. Europe was almost unrecognizable. High seas turned it into a chain of subtropical islands. Dinosaurs on these islands went through island dwarfism, evolving smaller sizes due to limited resources. Imagine tiny sauropods no bigger than ponies next to enormous flying pterosaurs like Hatzegopteryx, with wingspans of around 11 meters. Europe also hosted Gargantuavis, Balor, early flightless birds, and croc relatives like the saber-toothed croc. Asia had its deserts forming too, like the Gobi Desert, one of the oldest deserts in the world. But even here, lush oases thrived in river deltas and wetlands. The Nemegt Formation was home to some of the strangest dinosaurs ever. Dinocheirus, a creature as big as a T. Rex with a camel-like hump, sloth-like claws, and bird-like feet roamed the wetlands. Nearby, massive predators like Tarbosaurus, Alioramus, and even the long-clawed Therizinosaurus hunted or grazed alongside sauropods, ornithomimids, oviraptors, and enormous pterosaurs nicknamed the Mongolian giant. Crossing the land bridge that connected Asia and North America, we reached the Arctic of the late Cretaceous. Winters could still bring snow, but there were no permanent ice sheets. In Alaska, the Prince Creek Formation shows us polar dinosaurs like Nanuqsaurus, a small tyrannosaur nicknamed the polar bear, and Pachyrhinosaurus, a 3-ton ceratopsian. Even Troodon, a clever little dinosaur, was bigger here than its southern cousins to help conserve heat. Heading south through the Rocky Mountains, North America was warmer, with lush coastal plains and subtropical forests in places like the Hell Creek Formation. Famous dinosaurs like Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops, Ankylosaurus, Pachycephalosaurus, Edmontosaurus, Ornithomimus, and Dakotaraptor roamed these forests. Rivers and streams teemed with crocodile relatives, turtles, and lizards, including Obamadon, named after President Obama, and the 3.5-meter-long Paleosaniwa. South America was a mix of mystery and marvel. The Allen Formation in Argentina gives us a rare glimpse. Abelisaurs like Kilmezavros ruled the land, hunting ornithopods and young titanosaurs. Saltosaurus, a heavily armored sauropod, and the gigantic dromaeosaur Ostroraptor also prowled these plains. Overhead soared Aerotitan, a massive pterosaur with a wingspan of 9 meters, making it one of the largest flying animals in South America. Off the coast, the southern oceans were home to plesiosaurs like Aristonectes. Finally, Antarctica, still connected to Australia, wasn't the frozen wasteland we know today. Green forests of ferns and conifers supported dinosaurs like Antarctosaurus. Small ornithopods such as mosasaurs and trinosaurus, and feathered theropods like imperobator. The surrounding seas had moderate temperatures, with mosasaurs, elasmosaurids, sharks, and ammonites patrolling the waters. So there you have it, a complete world tour of Earth just before the end of the Mesozoic era, where dinosaurs and incredible creatures thrived across continents that look nothing like they do today. It's a glimpse into a planet on the edge of a cataclysm, right before an asteroid would change life forever.